Welcome to Commerce Today, where we explore the strategies, tools, and insights that can drive your e-commerce success today. I'm your host, Joshua Warren, CEO of Creatuity, and today we're diving into something a little different, a little more fun. As you can tell from my shirt, probably, I'm in a festive Christmas mood. This episode's going to go live right before Christmas in 2024, so I wanted to do something a little fun, a little festive, calling this week's episode 14 Festive Strategies for Retaining Customers. So at this point, for all of us in e-commerce, really the holiday season has come and gone. The orders have been placed and picked and packed and shipped and hopefully received on time by our customers. And hopefully all of you have a new surge in your customer base and in your email and marketing lists. But I really want to look at today, how do you turn those one-time holiday buyers, a lot of them this year who honestly came in because you had the lowest price or the deepest discount, how do you turn them into repeat customers that are going to drive your long-term growth? And as you can tell from the title, I want to focus on 14 specific actionable strategies that you can implement starting in January to build loyalty and boost retention. So I don't have to tell you all this in my audience, but the holidays are a whirlwind for those of us working in e-commerce. Sales spike, new customers flood in. You're just so busy making sure that everything's running on time, that orders are getting out the door, meeting deadlines, that it's hard to think strategically sometimes, and honestly, it's not really the best time to try to think strategically. But now that the season is ending, it's time to shift gears. And the big challenge is many of your holiday shoppers were one-time buyers. If they came in for a discount, they're even less likely to return without a clear reason, and you don't want that reason to always just be bigger discounts. Studies show that it actually costs 5 times more to acquire a new customer than retaining an existing one. So we've got to help you keep those holiday buyers engaged. And we're not just talking about making another sale. These days, it's about building a relationship and really connecting those people in with the mission of your brand. So when you do it right, we're going to turn these bargain hunters into brand advocates and really drive your revenue, your long-term value, and your customer retention. I'm going to start with the first 7 strategies. So here we go. 7 actionable strategies you can implement right now. Very first one being personalized thank you emails. So after a holiday purchase, follow up with a heartfelt thank you email, reference the specific item they bought, include helpful tips such as how to use or care for the product. And these personal touches really make customers feel valued and set the tone for future interactions. Obviously, this is going to vary a lot depending on the size of your brand. If you have millions of people that just bought from you or even thousands of people, it may be hard to do this at scale manually. That's where personalization platform systems like Digital can really help you automate this. So you're still delivering that personal touch, but you're doing it in a way that you don't have a customer service rep sitting there writing emails out by hand for each of these people. The other thing you could consider is if you do have a smaller set that you do want to add that kind of personal level of touch to, look at services like Handwritten. It is spelled funny, so I will put it in the show notes, but they can actually handwrite cards for you that you mail to those customers. And that can be a great way. You can either do that programmatically through an API. So you can just basically have your e-commerce platform integrate in with them and send in the information about what they bought or their segment, some way to tailor that message. And then the handwritten team have systems that will actually, using robotics, handwrite out on a piece of paper and with some ink, what looks like a truly handwritten bespoke note that you can then have mailed for you to that customer. Definitely consider using any segmentation features in your e-commerce platform. That way you can segment on if there's a particular product line they bought, that sort of thing. One thing that really impressed me this season, and luckily my children are too young to watch podcasts and are down for a winter nap, so they won't hear this little spoiler for their Christmas, but we actually ordered a bike from a pretty well-known DTC bike brand. They sent not only a personalized thank you email, they sent a personalized text. And in it, they actually said, hey, just want to let you know, and this was actually about a week before Christmas. They said, hey, just want to let you know, if you haven't yet, open up the box. Don't wait to assemble it the night before Christmas. Open it now because here's the deadline by which we could get you replacement parts in time for Christmas. So think about even those sort of things as you're crafting and weaving kind of these personalized thank yous and follow-ups. Next up, number 2, re-engagement campaigns. So in January, send a targeted email campaign to your holiday shoppers. Highlight new arrivals, complimentary products, exclusive offers for your highest, your VIP customers from the holiday season. Just the basics of re-engagement through email marketing here. Again, tools like Digital can make this so simple. I would create a special segment for your holiday buyers, especially buyers that were first-time buyers over the holiday season, and actually craft an email series that using a platform like Digital, you drip out to them throughout January and February. So the very first email, maybe just a simple thank you, wish them a happy new year, that sort of thing. The second one, maybe introduce some new products, especially if you can segment on the products they previously purchased, suggest things that might complement those products. And then the third could, if you want to, especially if they haven't purchased yet, you could go back and do a limited time discount. Again, this will depend on your brand. If you're, say, a jewelry brand and you're already thinking about Valentine's Day, you could even start leading into your Valentine's Day promotions and tie-ins. Next up, if you do not already have a loyalty program, tip number 3, create a loyalty program. Now is the perfect time to launch a program like this. Technically, a perfect time probably would have been November, but now's the second best time to launch a loyalty program and really focus on rewarding repeat purchases, referrals, social media engagement. If you already have a program, send a New Year, New Rewards type email to your existing loyalty program members, just reminding them of what benefits they can earn in the new year. Definitely make sure you're highlighting your loyalty program on your website, in your order confirmation emails, and even in your marketing emails into January. Next up, number 4, social proof and reviews. Follow up with your holiday customers to request a review or a testimonial. Then take those reviews, highlight them on your website and in social media. Highlighting those real customer experiences can really build trust and encourage others to engage with your brand. Again, that bike brand that I mentioned earlier, they were amazing with this. As we were trying to decide what type of bike to purchase, I was really impressed with just the number of video reviews that they had gotten. And some of those were paid influencer deals, but quite a few of them, surprisingly, were just parents that were so excited about how much their kids liked this bike. Consider to get that sort of thing, offer a small incentive, a discount, entry into a giveaway for those completed reviews. Depending on your brand, if you're a big enough brand, just letting them know that you're going to highlight them on your social channels may also be enough to encourage people to participate. Strategy number 5, offer educational content. So share how-to guides, tutorials, creative ways to use the product that they purchased. For example, if you're selling kitchenware and they bought some kitchenware, send them a recipe ebook. This adds value, keeps your brand top of mind. And so many brands still, all they do is just say, here's a discount, here's a discount, here's a discount, or here's new products, here's new products, here's new products. By sending something that adds value to their life without immediately saying, hey, buy something, you're really building that relationship and really encouraging them to connect with your brand. I would encourage you to use your blog or your YouTube channel if you have one to create content tied to popular purchases. And then in your follow-up emails, you can actually link directly to those resources and really emphasize their value. Strategy number 6, if you haven't yet, launch a subscription option. So if your products lend themselves to repeat use, you're selling consumables, seasonal items, etc., offer a subscription option. Highlight the convenience and the cost savings to really entice customers to subscribe. You can include a subscription option on product pages and then use your email list to promote the subscription. Focus really on those benefits like auto delivery and exclusive discounts. And then obviously you would go back to people that already bought that product during the holidays and encourage them to subscribe. Strategy number 7 is to segment and personalize your communications. Please, I already mentioned one segment you need to create, but please don't just blast everyone with the exact same email. So definitely create a segment for people that bought from you for the first time in the holiday season, but also consider other segments that make sense and then send personalized recommendations based on their shopping behavior. So again, depending on what you're selling, this will look a little different, but if someone bought a skincare set from you, you might want to suggest complementary items like masks or serums. And this is where I gotta mention AI every episode until y'all really get with it and are implementing AI better and more often into your e-commerce projects. I'm going to keep mentioning it. When we're talking about personalized communications, especially to segments, AI is so powerful. OpenAI has released even more new models via their API and dropped the price on the existing models. There's never been a better time to leverage AI into your communications with your customers. So that's the first 7 strategies that really focus on immediate post-holiday actions that build trust and engagement. And then I want to move on to the last 7, which really these 7 I've grouped together because they are designed to sustain loyalty over the long term. All right, so these next 7 strategies that are all about creating long-term relationships with your customers. The number 8 strategy is to create exclusive member perks. So create a sense of exclusivity by offering perks to repeat customers. This can be early access to sales, free shipping, invite-only events. Exclusivity really makes customers feel special and encourages loyalty. You can do this by developing a members-only section on your website. I know a lot of Magento and Adobe Commerce sites, especially on the Adobe Commerce side, will use different features of Adobe Commerce to create a members-only section on the website and really control, maybe even have special products that only those people can see. However, it doesn't have to be that complicated. I know a lot of brands that just use Facebook groups, and they create a Facebook group that is invite-only for their top customers or for their repeat customers. And promote that wherever you decide to host it. Promote it in your email, on social media, on your website, and definitely use those scarcity tactics like limited time access to boost engagement. Strategy number 9 is surprise discounts. So we all love unexpected discounts or free gifts. So you could send a "We appreciate you" coupon code in February. Surprises like this will build goodwill and make your brand memorable. I would definitely use something like .digital or your CRM to identify high-valued customers or frequent buyers, and really use these things strategically, especially if you're offering a discount. You don't want to create that situation where people are only buying from you when they get a really big discount code. Be careful with this. I think, honestly, free gifts sometimes can be better just because it doesn't create that expectation around coupon codes and discounts. Strategy number 10 is to leverage social media. Engage with customers on social platforms. Obviously, respond to comments, but then also look for user-generated content that features your products on social media and amplify that content. And you can even create campaigns that encourage further interaction. So for instance, you could launch a New Year, New You contest featuring your products, asking people to show how they're using your products in the new year. Definitely use a social listening tool to monitor for brand mentions and hashtags that relate to your brand. Make sure you're regularly engaging with posts that tag your brand, and incentivize customers to share by offering a discount code for featured content. If you're not a big TikTok, Instagram type brand, even if you're more a LinkedIn kind of brand, I have seen more and more people actually working with influencers and user-generated content on LinkedIn. So you'd be surprised. You actually may be able to build even some B2C traffic via LinkedIn content. Strategy number 11 is to focus on customer service. Exceptional customer service is a cornerstone of retention. Make sure your support team is well-staffed, trained, is proactive, responsive, and has been empowered to solve issues quickly. A positive service experience can really turn a frustrated customer into a loyal advocate. Make sure you invest in training your support team. Consider adding live chat to your website for immediate assistance. There are so many AI tools for live chat now that it is not as hard to staff for live chat as you might think. And make sure you're following up with customers who have raised an issue to ensure their satisfaction. So now moving on to strategy number 12, introduce product bundles. So create curated product bundles based on your holiday bestsellers. Offer them at a discount and really use that to drive repeat purchases. Highlight the value and convenience these bundles are providing. So basically go in, use your customer purchase data, identify popular combinations, and market them as best value sets, and feature those very prominently in your email campaigns in the next few months. Strategy number 13. I know we're all tired of spending money on ads after the holidays, but make sure you're running retargeting ads. Use retargeting ads to remind those holiday buyers of your brand. And again, this is where if you're using a platform that allows you to segment down and find just the people who are first-time buyers during the holidays, those would be a top priority for me for retargeting to get them to come back and make their next purchase. If you can get them to make that second purchase, it's going to be so much easier to keep them around for the third, fourth, fifth purchase. Make sure you showcase products they viewed but didn't purchase, or highlight complementary items to the products that they did purchase. These ads will help nudge them back to your site. Definitely make sure you're looking at retargeting, dynamic retargeting on platforms like Facebook and Google, and consider another sense of urgency with limited time discounts. Strategy number 14, host a virtual event. So last but not least, consider organizing a webinar or live Q&A session related to your products. Fitness is such a good example of this. A fitness brand could host a New Year wellness kickoff event featuring tips and product demonstrations, and these events will build community and strengthen the connection to your brand. Make sure that you promote this event across email and social channels. Also, record the session and repurpose it as on-demand content on your website and your YouTube channel, and then turn it into those wonderful short video clips that we all love on pretty much every social platform now. So there you have it. These last 7 strategies were all about creating that long-term relationship. And by implementing them, you can turn your seasonal buyers into year-round customers who love and advocate for your brand. Overall, wrapping up, really the key takeaway is that retention starts with a great post-purchase experience, that personalization and engagement are the keys to building loyalty, and you have to focus on creating value beyond the transaction. Again, don't just look at how deep of a discount can we send them. Consider things that add value beyond just purchases and discounts. I hope you found these 14 strategies valuable and you'll give them a shot in 2025. As always, my name is Joshua Warren. You can find me on LinkedIn with the Creatuity gold background behind my headshot. When you go there, you can actually request a free 30-minute e-commerce problem-solving session with me. You're struggling with trying to figure out exactly how to implement one of these 14 strategies. I would encourage you to book a time and let's talk through it. And finally, stay tuned. In about a week, we will have our next episode up. And just like how this was a fun, festive Christmas episode, next week's going to be going live right before New Year's. So we're going to talk all about the new year and what 2025 will bring for e-commerce.